My name is Robert Ralston, CEO of Industrial Plankton. Industrial Plankton was founded in 2010 in Victoria, BC, by myself and my sister and then one of my good friends. We've always loved the ocean and ecosystems, and we wanted to do something that actually benefited the world. We develop and manufacture cutting-edge algae bioreactors, and more recently, seaweed bioreactors that primarily support the aquaculture industry. And so these are what aquaculturists use to feed their baby shellfish, or on the seaweed side to produce their baby seed for the kelp that they'll end up putting in the ocean. So as we all know, the environment is in pretty rough shape, and we're doing what we can to help that. We're focusing on protein production in terms of low carbon footprint protein production, and also carbon mitigation in terms of supporting the seaweed industry. So for Industrial Plankton, we focus on supporting aquaculture, and Canada has an incredible amount of coastline, really clean water. All the countries want to buy seafood products from us, and we are producing a very small fraction of the world's total aquaculture. And so we want to support that industry from its foundation and help it grow. Industrial Plankton provides the technology that supports the industry from its very foundation. And so our bioreactors feed, for example, baby shellfish or baby shrimp, or produce the seedlings for seaweed that they can then outplant in the ocean. So all of our bioreactors are focused on that very foundational level of aquaculture. So one of our clients during COVID couldn't bring as many people into their facility, and we have highly automated bioreactors. They were able to keep their entire operation running just based on the minimization of labor and input. Another example is one of our very first clients got about 9 of our bioreactors right now, and he started his company at the same time we did, and we've grown alongside him, and he's grown to a point where he's supporting 80% of BC's oyster seed. And before, we were importing that from various countries, and that can import diseases into your country, etc. So it's really nice we can now produce that locally. So one of the big challenges for the seaweed industry in particular is seed supply. So if they don't have reliable seed, the industry isn't going to grow because they have 1-year production cycles. So if they have bad seed 1 year, they miss an entire year of production, and that's just crippling to an industry. And the other major problem to that industry is regulation. At least from what I've heard, it's 7 years to get a lease to put a farm in the ocean, and you can't develop an industry if it takes 7 years to actually get a farm into the ocean. So we need to work on both the governmental side, and then we're going to support it from the foundation in terms of the technology, but there's only so much you can do if it takes 7 years to get a farm in the water. So the Ocean Super Cluster has been great in terms of visibility. They've invited me to present at a number of public forums, and the real value, I think, is in the future. I've got some big projects planned, and having a potential partner that I know has the funds to help support that is pretty exciting. So we founded Industrial Plankton because I just love life and critters and growing them. Anytime I can go to a client's facility and actually see these hundreds of thousands or millions of animals that they're producing using our equipment, it's super satisfying.